Hi folks, welcome to this short video of what is a quick introduction to blended learning. Okay, so let's kick straight off. Okay, so first of all, we're very excited in the Public Services Department. We're going to be delivering a module this year by Blended Learning. The module's Crown Its Effects. Okay, and it's something brand new to us. It might be something new to you, or you might have done something similar in the past. All right. But I think the main thing to be aware of, it's nothing to be scared of, and it's something that's solely designed to benefit you. All right, if you're going on to university or if you're going straight to the workplace, blended learning is basically designed to equip you with the skills that you need to be able to achieve that. All right, so it is going to shift more responsibility onto you. All right, but it will give you extra freedom to manage your own learning, and also to ensure that learning is tailor-made, so you can create and design your own learning in essence to suit you, which is something which will be incredibly useful. So how it works, the nitty-gritty is every week you will have 2 sessions. Okay, one will be delivered in class and it will be done during a study zone session. So in class we're going to be looking at, as ever in classrooms, engaging and making sure that we're understanding the key concepts, things like that. But then also you will then be expected to complete a study zone session. So it'll go class, study zone session throughout the year, which will enable you to learn about the basic concepts, learn about things, to make sure you come to class prepared. And what that means for us as tutors is we can go straight on to the higher level skills, so the assess, the evaluate, the analyse, because the outline, the describe, them sort of the pass criteria, if you will have been completed in the study zone sessions, which is an exciting opportunity because it basically means that we can spend longer honing in on those higher level skills and making sure that you hit them all important high grades. Okay, classroom session will be delivered in the usual manner as I've just mentioned. Obviously it's the study zone session that's going to be a little bit different. Alright, so on to the study zone session. Be your responsibility to log into Moodle and complete a study zone session weekly. Alright, the session will provide new interactive resources directly linked to the criteria that you are working on. Okay, and how it will look is you'll have a Moodle page, you'll have a section that you can access that week. You'll access that session, there'll be videos, there could be quizzes, you might be asked to contribute to a wiki. Don't worry what a wiki is just yet, we'll get to that. It could also be that you're asked to complete a page in your work pack. It could be a whole host of different things. We're going to try lots of different things, and we're going to try them in a short space of time. And what we want from you guys then is we want to know what you're enjoying, what you maybe slightly less enjoyed, what you found useful, what you struggled with. Because you've got to remember, we're learning at the same time. We're learning about blended learning and how it's going to work for us as well. So yeah, we want to hear from you, and we will be asking, you know, how you're finding things, how things are going. All right, so and this is the most important slide to me, and I'd like to think probably to you as well. What if you need help? We are not saying off you go, you're on your own. This is blended learning, so you do it yourself. It's not like that at all. All right, on the study zone page, which you should have seen already in this session, you'll see there are several ways to access help. One is live tutor or study coach, and they're going to be available at certain times on the chat forum, as will your classmates. So you can talk to classmates. Hey guys, I don't understand the magistrate sentencing powers. Why are they different to the Crown Court, etc., etc. You can type in questions, and hopefully there'll be a healthy discussion on there. Just a little note, you guys will already be well aware, I'm sure, and you guys don't need to know this, I'm sure, but everything that's said on the chat forum is going to be, it will be there forever. So just bear in mind, if you think you've got maybe a little witty comment, that maybe just save that for another time. Now we taught PowerPoints as well. All the PowerPoints will have videos attached, similar to this one, and explanations. It is not going to be death by PowerPoint. All right. I might be talking through a PowerPoint, but I'm not going to read it to you. Okay. I'm not going to sort of go through it slide by slide as I'm doing here, unfortunately. But What I will be doing is introducing you to key concepts and maybe saying this slide's particularly important because, or have a look at this link. This link's really good. This link's not as good, but might help with the understanding of it. So we'll talk you through the PowerPoints, but you need to access the PowerPoints. You need to understand the PowerPoints, and that's all sort of your kind of study coach will be helping you with. And also extra resources. There'll be lots and lots of extra resources. You don't quite understand something, extra resources will be there, made available. We'll recommend some. It might be that you go and look at some yourself, but also there'll be basically a list on Moodle of all the different resources that we think are useful. But that's nothing to be sort of, it's not a have to do. So if you understand something and you're okay with it, don't feel like you have to read everything. This is where managing your own learning comes in. You read what is useful to you, you look at what is useful to you, and you do this to ensure you understand the concepts that you need to understand. Okay, so again, nothing at all to be scared of. There's plenty of help available. Okay, so ultimately, your responsibility to learn. It already is, okay? You might have come from high school, okay, where it's a little bit different, the style of learning, to where you are now, 16 to 18, further education. But ultimately, it's your responsibility to learn. It doesn't matter if you're doing blended learning or if you're in college, it's still your responsibility to learn. But what this does is it gives you more sort of tools in your toolkit to help you be able to manage your own learning. All right. It's also your responsibility to test yourself. Yeah, complete the quizzes. Your tutor can see who's completed this. If your tutor has 100 students, all right, and they all access one quiz and they all struggle with the same question, guess what? In the next classroom, you've just informed that tutor what they need to cover. Okay, and that's the magic really, because as it stands, a tutor will go to a classroom with a pre-concept of what you understand and what you don't understand. Whereas this way, we're finding out live. So we can say everyone is struggling with sentencing powers of a youth court. So guess what? Your next lesson can be changed straight away. That's what you're going to cover. It also is your responsibility to access help if you don't understand. Send an email, all right? Go and knock on a staff room door, ask your tutor, ask your tutors in class, ask other tutors, ask your personal tutor. There's loads and loads of ways of accessing help at college, and all of them remain. So it is still your responsibility to access help. And also that is managing your own learning. If you access help, you are managing your own learning. And the other thing is, it is your responsibility to read around topics to ensure greater understanding. If you don't understand something, read around the topic. Maybe you could go to the library, the study zone, maybe there's resources online, maybe you go on the chat forum and you say, has anyone found anything useful for this? Okay, but that's what we really are trying to encourage, because if you go into university or the workplace, it will be your responsibility to make sure you get that understanding. Okay, so that's your responsibility. So what are the benefits? It's hopefully, it will equip you with skills for the workplace or university. In the workplace, you are often given a task, but you're not always given given all the information you need to complete that task successfully. All right. Also, it ensures you arrive at lessons with the outlines of topics and ideas ready to access higher grade answers in class. So basically, you've got the basic learning, you've got the sort of describe or explain. Okay, you've got that, and you can move straight onto the analyze, assess, evaluate, the higher level skills. All right. Which of course equates to higher grades. It's another method of learning as well, so it mixes things up and ensures your college experience is engaging. Okay, but that again, we have to be careful with that, because it's only going to be engaging and it's only going to be useful if you feed back to us and tell us what you're enjoying and what you aren't enjoying. And it makes you a proactive and independent learner. Runshaw students leave Runshaw College, they are proactive and they are independent learners. That's what we want. It's all very well as sending in your one with high grades, but we also need to make sure that you also are proactive and an independent learner. Very, very important to us, and it should be to you. So just going back to the first bullet point, skills for the workplace and university. I mentioned how in the workplace often you will not be given, you won't be given the research, you'll be given a task, but it'll be up to you to sort of find out about how you're going to go about doing that. And this is very similar. Okay, an example in the fire service on the 5th of November, and this is a scenario that I was given. We had a lot of problems with young people in Carlisle setting fires, setting off fireworks, etc., etc. Antisocial behaviour. Okay, and I was basically tasked with, how are you going to deal with this? How are you going to make sure that we can get these young people engaged in another meaningful activity that doesn't equate to them going out and causing antisocial, being antisocial. The way we did that was we went to Merseyside Fire Service, who already dealt with this problem very effectively, and also we researched. We had a team researching what we were going to do. The end result was quite successful, and we ended up putting on street cage football for some of the youths in the area, and also we put on what would be, I suppose, discos, which also seemed to work. Now, why am I telling you that? Okay, because it was about us being proactive. It was about us being independent. We didn't have any guidance, we didn't have any help. We were given a problem and we had to solve it ourselves. And this is what blended learning could do for you. It will help you become that proactive, independent learner. That person that goes, I don't quite understand this, I want to achieve a high grade, how do I go about doing it? Okay? So there we are, that's blended learning. You should all now have a piece of flip chart paper. Your tutor's somewhere in the room. It could be me actually, I've either stood there or stood there. You should have a piece of flip chart paper. What we want you to do now is to first of all come up with some questions about blended learning, also some ideas. And please don't worry, it won't just be PowerPoints and it won't just be videos of me boring you. We will make sure that all the content is interactive and varied as best we can. Your first study zone session awaits. Good luck.